You know, there was already a mass exodus from the state of Connecticut, and now, well, they have just simply crossed the Rubicon on taxes because they're hitting a lot higher. I got to tell you, they want to hit you when you check out, okay? Like Greece, the state has limited its options because they've taxed itself so high that the only thing they can do when they need to raise money is to raise taxes again. And the big question is, what does it mean for America? Jillian Melcher joins us, and Dave Nelson is back. Jillian, I'll start with you. I want to talk to David in a moment because he lives in Connecticut, and he's paying these crazy taxes, and his heirs will never get a penny of his money. But before then, I mean, listen, already one of the states has seen the largest amount of people leave it is Connecticut, and it's becoming almost an empty shell outside of a few wealthy hedge fund guys.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to tax you now when you die, and then on top of that, they tax you when you get married. Another big event in your life. You know, pretty much every wedding dress in Connecticut, 7.75% tax, engagement rings. They've got a yoga tax. They've got a tax on tap water.
There's a separate tax on wedding dresses?
They're considered luxury items.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So they're going to hit you at every mile marker of
So
your
the
life.
Ring, the dress, everything, the pumps, it all, you know, is like.
As long as it crosses that threshold.
But the bottom line, though, and it's not funny, though, David, is that they have seen a large amount of people leave that state over the last decade. And, you know, on top of this, this estate tax, I just think its location close to New York is the only thing keeping it afloat right now.
You know, you bring up a very good point because some of the biggest corporations out there, General Electric has gone to the wall on this and has said, look, we're pretty upset about this, not about this particular tax, but they're threatening to leave the state. And Governor Malloy has finally blinked because there was a $220 million tax that was supposed to come online in June. He rolled that back. It was supposed to hit in July. And I think that's in response to some of these corporations that are saying no mas.
But you know, then we try to look at these events because we want them all to be cautionary tales. That's one of the reasons we were so fixated on Greece. Obviously, there was a domino effect possible, but the idea that, hey, we are going down that road. You know, we already have the highest corporate tax rates in this country. We have one political party that's running on a platform of raising taxes even higher. I just think it's an economic suicide, and yet this might be the route America goes down, Jillian.
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's not, you know, people are voting with their feet. You've got 26,000 people leaving Connecticut in the last year on record alone. But, you know, you've got to look at how much they're raising in this $1.8 billion tax hike in the newest budget alone. You know, 20% corporate tax rate. This is insane. It's no wonder people are leaving.
But sooner or later, you get the law of diminishing returns. I mean, you can't have it both ways. To your point, rich people leave, rich corporations leave. That means the people who stay, like California, you'll have two classes of people, the very wealthy and the very poor.
And in the end, you end up hurting the very people that you're trying to help. Already, it's devastating the financial community there in Connecticut, which has been a big mainstay for the state. But already some of the largest hedge funds, some of the largest, even UBS has cut employment there. RBS, who had big trading floors there.
So when are you moving?
I'm there.
You're looking for a house, as a matter of fact. I mean, you're really tripping.
I'm not looking for a house. I'm very happy with my apartment. I'm there at least till the end of the year.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.